Hello, everybody. Happy Saturday, happy weekend to you. Hope you guys are having a fantastic weekend. Welcome to April. I haven't went live in a very long time. Um, I never went inactive. I was just sitting back, just waiting for to give you guys the right message to go live. So just bear with me here. Let me get everything set up. Now I'm gonna give you guys some tips, right? I'm gonna show you guys and go over things that I used to increase my credit. So a lot of people hit me up throughout the years of how do you increase your credit? What is the best way to increase your credit? Right? We do know a lot of people are interested in increasing their credit, right? For obvious reasons. Everybody knows how important credit is and everything like that. What's going on, Hove? I see you. If you guys can hear me loud and clear, give me comment on number one if you can hear me loud and clear. Okay, if you can hear me loud and clear, comment on number one so that way I know you can hear me, or give me some thumbs up. So I'm gonna give you guys some good tips that I use to increase my credit. Right, you have to be active when increasing. If you're looking to increase your credit, you have to be active. Right, which means you have to do things as well. Okay. There is no silver bullet that you can use that's going to increase your credit by doing nothing. It does not exist. Right. So I'm going to show you what I did. Okay. Now, you may not need every step that I took because maybe your credit wasn't as bad as mine. Right. See, my credit took a tumble when I got out. When I got out the military, my credit took a tumble because as I got out the military, my bills kept coming. And I really didn't have a plan when I got out. I just knew I wanted to get out the military, and the bills kept coming. So I took that hit. Right. So yeah. So, and a lot of people, things happen in life. Right. Bad credit happens to good people. Right. Good people need to get out of a situation. You need to get out of the hole that we built for ourselves. So it's up to us to take responsibility to get out of those holes. So what I did is when I built this group, I knew there are people that are in the same situation that I was. Okay, this group has grown over 430 people, which is phenomenal. I wish it was over 1,000. Right, so I want to let you guys know, invite your friends to this because this is going to be some great information, especially this video. Right, I may post this video on my main page. I should be able to put this video on YouTube as well. Right, so if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you do that. I got other tips through my YouTube channel as well. Okay. And the way to get my YouTube channel is you just go to my website and it will take you. There is a link to my YouTube channel. That's my website right there. Right. That's my website right there. So I'm going to let you know how I increase my credit. Like I said before, you may not need all of these steps. You may do. Right. That's only you can answer that question. But I'm going to tell you the steps that I took to increase my credit. And to give you a little backstory about me, my credit was about mid 500s, right? It was about 545. Where my credit score was at 545. So some of these steps that I'm going to show you today has increased my credit. Now I'm over mid 700s right now, knocking on the door at that 800. Right? I'm going to show you how you can do that. Right? Because one thing's for sure. If you don't do anything, your credit's not going to do anything either. It is not going to go up by itself. Okay. It will go down by itself, but it will not go up by itself. And I'm going to show you how to make your credit go up. So the first thing I did, right? Oh, sorry. I did not share my screen. I always forget about that on this program. Bear with me here. I'm going to share my screen. All right, there we go. So hopefully my screen should be sharing now. If you guys can see my screen, give me some thumbs up. If you can see my screen, if it's screen shared, give me a thumbs up to make sure it is. I got my phone down here I'm looking at. Looks like that it is sharing screen now. All right, so the first thing I did was sign up for the protection plan, right? Like I said, you may not need all these steps, but I want to show you the steps that I took, right? So what I did is I signed up for the protection plan, right? I'm going to show you another secret about this protection plan, but I signed up for the protection plan because of what it includes, right? I'm going to show you what it includes, right? It had your budgeting tool, right? We have credit problems because we have money budgeting problems, right? I didn't know how to budget. I didn't know how to take care of money. When I realized how to budget, I realized I saved myself $300 to $400 a month because I didn't know where money was going, right? I didn't have money to pay my bills because I was blowing on other stuff. So when I budget, I realized I had money to pay these bills. So now I need to help my credit, right? So budgeting, the credit restoration, right? What the credit restoration, it can assist you with challenging the credit bureaus to remove inaccurate, obsolete, erroneous items from your credit report. That's what the credit restoration does. This is all part of this protection plan, right? And you can utilize all of these with the protection plan. Credit builder, right? It's an access to your credit report. It's an easy to understand online format, right? This thing can assist you in increasing your financial potential, right? That's just this program. I took more steps, right? The credit attorney, you can evaluate your case for difficult to remove inaccurate items on your credit report. So you get that with the protection plan. Credit monitoring, it monitors your credit report at all times. It alerts you when your credit goes up. It will alert you when your credit goes down, and it alerts you when your credit has been accessed. Okay. Debt payoff. Okay. Who has debt and have no idea how to pay it off, right? This program will show you how to pay your debts off quicker than you thought was possible, right? Identity monitoring, right? Through Allstate has this policy now. So Allstate's a company. Allstate is the company that owns our identity monitoring now. And it monitors your personal information. It monitors your social media. The social media is what caught me by surprise, right? So if somebody posts anything derogatory, cuss words and things like that on my social media, I get an alert that says, hey, look, something's going on with your social media. Same thing with the credit. Hey, look, something's going on with your credit. You might want to take a look at this, right? It's your bodyguard. It's your personal bodyguard for your information is what this credit, your identity monitoring is, your bodyguard, right? Life insurance. There is an asterisk on there. The life insurance is only for referral agents, right? We'll talk about that later on. That's not that's not my focus right now. Okay. Financial lockbox. This is putting all your important paperwork in a virtual lockbox, like a virtual safe deposit box, right? You can send the password to a beneficiary, so if anything happens to you, they can access your information, like if you had the life insurance, right? Like your budgeting plan and things like that. Your whatever important paperwork, your will, trust, power of attorney, and things like that you can access with it. You can access your net worth, right? Savings goal, right? You may be planning a trip next year. You can put that in a savings goal to say, I want to save $2,000 by October 2021. And it will tell you this is what you need to do to get that goal by that date, right? It's all about how well you can manage money, right? That's financial wellness, is how well you can manage money, right? This is the will and trust I was talking about. A lot of people don't have a will and trust plan because number one, it's expensive. Number two, we don't know the importance of it. If you have kids, you need a will and trust. If you don't have kids, you need a will and trust, right? You need it. You may not think you have assets that you need to put in will and trust, but you do, especially if you have kids. Because if something happens to you or your spouse or your significant other, who's going to make the plans for your kids? You don't want the state making those calls for you when you can get it right here, right? The Family Program is meant to teach your kids on proven financial habits. Hey, you can use this for yourself because as adults, we have poor financial habits. This is why we need a credit fixing, right? So that's what's included in the protection plan. So I got that, okay? I got that to take off negative items and put me in a better mindset of financial, right? So I got that. The next thing I want you to pay attention to, the next thing I got, because since I was renting, right? Since I was renting a house, I wanted, you know what? You can get your on-time rent payments on your credit report. Right? So if you rent right now, if you rent an apartment, a trailer, whatever. If you rent where you stay, right, it has to be from a leasing company or a landlord. It can't be you live with your parents and you pay your parents $200 a month. That does not work, right? It has to be some type of lease agreement or something like that, right? And you have to pay the person who owned that or property manager, right? So you can get your on-time rent payments on your credit report. We can go back as far as 2 years, right? So if you stayed in your house for 2 years, you can get 24 months put on your credit. This is the only program you can build your credit without going into some type of debt. So all you gotta do is sign up. It's as low as $9 a month. It reports each month, and that's what we call a positive trade line. Okay, if you're looking to increase your credit, you need positive trade lines. Okay, increasing your credit, it's much more than just getting negative items off of your credit report. It's much more than that. Okay, you have to put positive items on your credit report. I always use the analogy as just like a report card. How do you get a higher GPA? More good grades on it to get a higher GPA. Guys, your credit works the exact same way. You cannot increase your credit if you're not putting positive items on your credit report. It doesn't work. You got to have some type of positive items on there, like you make your car payments on time. If you have credit cards, time, keeping the balance on those credit cards low, right? I tell people you want to keep your balance in your credit cards under 10%, right? Use the credit card, pay it off. In a story about that, I was looking at a video of Frank Abagnale Jr. Okay, you may not know that name. If you ever seen the movie Catch Me If You Can with Tom Hanks and Leonardo DiCaprio, you need to watch that movie. That movie is depicted on the life of Frank Abagnale Jr. He was a con man, one of he was one of the world's biggest con men of his time, and before he was age of 20, right? He made people believe he was an airline pilot and all of this, right? He did all of this for years, right? He was arrested, and he started helping Fortune 500 companies to fight against fraud, right? So what he says is the way he built his credit and credit for his kids is he doesn't use a debit card. He said he has never used a debit card, right? And I'm going to start using his ideas now because it makes sense. He says he's never used a debit card. Why use your own money? Right? He said use a credit card for everything. That's why credit's important. He's a credit card for everything. And I posted the video some weeks ago, so you want to go back in this group and look at that video. So what he's saying is, if he makes a purchase online with a credit card, let's say somebody hacked that website, took his credit card information, and they charged up $1 million on his credit card. He's not liable for that $1 million. That company is. All he got to do is say it's fraud, and they can return that balance to him. He's not liable for that. Now, if they got your debit card and they took money off of your debit card, how long is it going to take your bank to investigate that? It can take weeks. Now, while they're investigating, your money's gone, right? So don't use your own money. Use somebody else's money. So whatever you're going to pay, gas, utilities, use your credit card. Because what it does is when you use your credit card, you can pay that credit card down and you get credit for it. Now, what if you have a slow month? Okay, what if you have a horrible month and expenses come up and you don't have money to pay your bills, right? You could use that credit card. Maybe you can't pay that credit card all the way down that month, but you still have the minimum balance that you only have to pay until things get better for you. Now, I don't tell you to pay the minimum balance. I say pay it all the way down to $1. But if things happen that month, you don't really have to. But if you're paying for everything, utilities and everything with a debit card, you can only spend what you got on that debit card. And that's it. So it just makes sense. Get your credit right so you can get a high credit limit on your credit card, right? One way to help your credit is credit my rent. That's one thing I did, okay? I used the 2 years And each going month, this program alone probably increased my credit probably about 40 to 50 points, right? So that's one thing I use. Another thing that I use is a trade line, right? Guys, you can get an authorized use trade line, and I can give you guys that information, right? You can get a trade line, right? What a trade line is where they add your information to another credit source, right? I will give you a disclaimer on this. Okay, I'm going to give you a disclaimer on this. Authorized user trade lines they do expire, okay? Which means these things can be on your credit for a limited of time. So if you're going to use an authorized trade line that you purchased on this website, you want to make some type of purchase or some type of move with your credit within about 60 days, okay? This is why I tell people to do. This is what I did. Buy a couple of trade lines, right? When this thing hits your credit's going to shoot up. That's when you apply for a credit card. That's a tip. That's when you apply for a credit card. So let's say if you get a package, okay, the package deal save you more money, $649. It's going to give you 2 trade lines. The average age is 2 years. The goal on it is to get as many years as possible because it's good credit. The total limit is at least $20,000 added to your credit. This is going to save you about $100, and you can buy them individually down here as well. You can find the package you want, or you can individually find the program or credit card you want. Do not do the American Express because the American Express does not report history, right? Now, it will report you have an American Express, right? But it won't, you want the history. You want the history. So don't do American Express if you're looking to increase your credit. You can do Bank of America, Barclays, Capital One. It tells you the amount, the years, the date you have to purchase by to have it reported on your credit by these dates. It will tell you if it's out of stock and the price. Easy, easy. 3 pages of products, 266 products. You pick what you want, you buy it. Now, I will tell you another disclaimer with this. Do not use a company that you have a negative item with. What that means is, if you have a charged off credit card with Capital One, do not get a Capital One trade line, right? If you have a charged off Chase account, do not buy a Chase trade line, right? They're all right here. They're all right here, and I'll give you access. I will put the links to this in the comment section after I'm done with this video, right? So you're going to have access to this. So that's another thing I did. Another thing I did, and I'm going to give you access to this, is go to New Coast Direct. You can apply up to a $5,000 where is it at? Up to a $5,000 credit limit, which will go on your credit report, right? I'm trying to find it right now. Boom, boom, boom. How it works. Right, there it is. Okay. Benefits, right? Fast approval, revolving credit accounts up to $5,000. Now, the way I did this, yes, you have a let me see how it works. Let me go back to the credit application because it said it there. So what you have to do, there's a processing fee of $95. Okay, that's up front. And you must make a minimum of $100 purchase from this website. You only have to pay half of what you buy and the $95 processing fee to apply. And it's $5,000. So what I tell people is find something that's right at $100, right? Whatever it is. Right? So like this was 101.34. Buy it. It doesn't matter if you want it or not. It doesn't matter. Just buy anything on here over $100, right? You pay half of what it costs and the $95 upfront fee. You apply for the $5,000, right? You get approved for that. Next month, you pay off whatever you have on here. You pay off this account and never use the $5,000. It's going to be on your account each and every month that you have a $5,000 credit card. That will increase your credit. Guys, I gave you 3 remarkable ways to increase your credit. These are 3 remarkable things I use to increase my credit, right? Because you have to put positive to increase your credit. Guys, these are things people are not telling you how to increase your credit. They're not going to tell you that, right? You get value in this group, right? So what you want to do is you want to invite everybody you know to this group. We have over 430 people in this group right now. We need to get that number over 1,000 because we can help so many people increase their credit. Credit, 80% of financial decisions today revolve around credit. You will spend more money with bad credit than you will with increased credit. We all know this, right? You can get stuff with 0 interest rate. You can't get that with bad credit, guys. Period. You can't do it. Okay? So I'm going to post the links in the comment section below this video in this group, right? Again, you want to go to my YouTube channel. You can go to my website right here. Okay, that's my website right there, scrolling across the screen. That is my website. That will give you links to all my social media platforms, all businesses that I'm doing right now, YouTube, and you want to make sure you subscribe to all of them. You don't want to miss a thing. Okay, I got things on my YouTube channel that's not on my Facebook. I got things on my Facebook that's not on my YouTube, right? I got money, and another thing, I'm glad it popped in my mind. How would you like it for the credit restoration program to pay for all of the trade lines that you need? Right? How would you like, and I'm going to show it to you again. How would you like this company of the protection plan to pay for every single trade line that you want? Right? See, a lot of people are going to be like, well, how is that possible? Right? Always use somebody else's money, guys. Always use somebody else's money. Right? So you can have the company pay for those. How? Becoming a referral agent. Remember I talked about that life insurance? If you become a referral agent, this company pays you $100 per referral. So let's think about everybody you know that needs help with credit. $100. So if they pay you $100, they can pay for all of those things you already need to increase your credit. So not only are you helping people increase their credit, and you tell them to do the exact same thing, everybody's increasing their credit. Guys, it's not rocket science. It's very, very simple. Very, very simple. Guys, if you have any questions for me, do not be shy. Ask the question. When you ask the question, this is where you get your answers and clarity. Okay? Ask the questions that you have. Guys, I hope you have a great day. I'm going to put the links to all, I'm going to put the links. I'm going to put the links for the trade lines and New Codes Direct in the, I'll post the links to all. I'll put the links in all for all 3 in the comment section. I'll put the links in all 3 areas in there, so that way you guys can browse and do what you need to do and sign up if you need to sign up. You need to do something. If you do nothing, nothing would happen. Okay. Do not be upset about results that you do not work to get. Right. So I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your weekend. Have a fantastic Saturday. Be safe out there, and I'll see you guys in the next video.